So yeah. Let's see. So we got slings, we got holsters. We covered the importance of having a belt. The next thing that you'll probably want to get is some sort of way to secure the firearm when it's not actually on your person. That can be a lot of different things. Eventually, you'll probably, especially have multiple guns, you're going to want to get a gun safe or a gun cabinet of some sort to put the bigger guns in and make sure they are secure. There's also a lot of different types of lock boxes like this. This one uses a code that you type in and then it'll pop open. I use this to keep in my bedroom. There's little boxes like this that use a key. This is good for, in your car you can put a cord to tie it to something more secure. Even potentially say like a hotel room if for some reason you're traveling and I don't know why you'd leave the gun in the hotel room, but if that's something you want to do, I don't know if I recommend it, but if that's something that you need to do for whatever reason, something like this can help you out. You could secure it to maybe the bed frame or who knows what, and this will prevent thievery. Just something to basically cover your own butt, prevent people from taking your stuff, prevent it from getting into a child's hands, because all of that comes back to you. You're the gun owner. You have 100% responsibility of that gun at all times. Even if you're not in the same room with it, you need to have it in such a way that other people can't cause harm to themselves or other people, especially minors. Especially minors. If a minor gets your gun and does anything that they're not supposed to with it, that's on you. That is on you. You are 100% responsible for that. 99.999% responsible for that. This is a little ammo can. It's a small plastic one. I got it for free as part of like some promo, but you can keep your ammo in there, close it up, lock it. You can even put a lock on there, which is what some people recommend. Keep the gun locked up in one place, lock the ammo someplace else. The argument against that is, well, that is probably pretty safe and the safest you can keep guns in your house. If somebody breaks into your house trying to get you and you have to go get the gun and unlock that, then go get your ammo, unlock that, load the gun up, that's a lot of manipulations under stress. You probably won't have time. You're probably killed by that point. Or even if you're not, you're going to be, adrenaline's going, you're, not, maybe you are nervous. I don't know if that's the right word, but hopped up and you're just opening a can of possibilities for mishaps. And that's good. That's going to be more dangerous. The more you have to manipulate things under stress, more opportunities for mistakes. Another way to secure your firearm when it's not on you is there's a lot of different options for trigger locks. So this is a Remington version. And it just uses, I see these a lot in different stores. It just uses a key, turn it, and the way it works is it has this post. It goes in on that side. Grab the trusty shield and see how well I can do this. It goes in that way. Now if you're thinking, you probably can see the issue with this. It is actually touching the trigger. Even if it's not touching it, it's inside this trigger opening. And that is a no-no. You never ever want to put this on a loaded gun. Never ever ever put this on a loaded gun, because it will touch that trigger, and that can be very dangerous. Let's see. And so you just kind of sandwich it on there like that, turn the key, and now it's locked on. The issue with this, and the reason why some people don't like them, is that, yeah, I can still rack this slide, which means I can put a magazine in. There's nothing stopping me from putting a magazine in. There's nothing stopping me from racking the slide and loading it up. So this is now a hot gun that can fire. And this device is touching the trigger. So realistically, it's entirely possible that I could, the safety's on, I might be able to muscle this. I might be able to bang it hard enough that it jostles just enough to hit that trigger and fire the weapon. I actually was able to do that. Now, and there's also a margin of error. If you put this on really, really tight, you probably won't be able to do that. If you're not paying attention, if you're being lazy or negligent, you can definitely do that. You can maneuver this enough. And see, look, I'm moving it a little bit here. I'm moving this around. And so if I can move it a little bit, I can potentially fire this gun if it were loaded. And like I said, there's nothing stopping me from loading it. That's the issue with this. But it looks nice and clean. This is, you know, it seems to be a pretty tough material. Short of taking a drill and kind of drilling out the lock, I don't know that I can remove this if I don't want, if once it's on there. I mean, maybe I could get a pry bar. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I would remove this without damaging the gun, to be honest, once it's on there and once it's on there properly. So I like it for that reason as well. I also like it because the gun can be completely closed up. The slide doesn't have to be open or anything like that. And so that's just, in my opinion, going to keep the gun cleaner, longer. Dust and things like that aren't getting in it. I just like that better. Alternatively, this operates in the exact same way. However, this one uses a combination. So you just put the combination in, you lift this lever, and it opens up the same way as the other. Like that. And you see it's got that same post, same function, just a combination. This is what I actually use on all of my guns. I use the same, these combinations are programmable, and I like these because I can use the same combination on everything. So I could potentially say to someone, you know, go to the gun safe, grab a shotgun, here's the code. The code works for all of them. I lock up all the ammo. The ammo uses the same combination, or the locks, and they use the same combo. I could just throw the stuff at people, tell them the combo, and they're good to go. I don't have to worry about losing keys or giving them keys or whatever. And if somebody who I later mistrust gets the combination, I can change it if I want. So that's what I use. Another option, let's take that off. If you buy a firearm, chances are it's going to come with a trigger lock like this. It's basically a long, I don't know, cord or whatever with a lock. And the way you use it is you have to open the gun up, slide the slide back, take the magazine out, and you can either go up and through or down and out. Either way works. And lock it in there. And now the slide cannot close. We can try, but there it is. Slide is stuck open, so we can't put a bullet in. We can't put the magazine in. This is blocking it. We can't load this up. This gun is really effectively safe because there's nothing you can really do with it at this point to shoot it, to my knowledge anyways. The problem with it is it just feels so chintzy and cheap. This does not seem like it would be difficult to cut with some sort of cutters. This lock in and of itself does not feel particularly, I don't know, it seems like it would be very easy to break this is what I'm getting at. That's what it feels like. I didn't try to break it, but it feels like I could. So I question how secure it really is against someone who wants to get to this gun. Nothing's going to be 100% effective. Nothing. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. And determined people, they're going to get through here. But this just doesn't feel like it'd be difficult to overcome. And I haven't been willing to actually break one to try it out. So I don't know. That's just my perception. What I also don't like about it is, aside from the fact that it just looks very junky right now, like this just looks messy and like, what the heck is going on here? Looks like this kind of looks pretty ghetto. But also let's see, I gotta take this off. Actually, I'll just show you on a different one. So this, even though this is coated in plastic or rubber, or whatever this is, the tip is metal. And so we're basically running this metal part through the gun. And there are like mechanisms and whatnot in here. This part's plastic, but this part's metal. And I don't know, just rubbing metal against metal just doesn't seem like, I don't like it. I don't like doing it. It probably is not damaging it. Probably not. But I just don't like it. So I'd rather not use these for the exposure to dust and debris and how clunky this is, and then rubbing metal or potentially damaging something in there. I've never heard of damage happening, but it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. So those are, but they're options. They're options. And then this is a funky one that came with a Ruger 1022 takedown. It came with this type of lock. Not sure how to use it because I just keep that one locked up a different way. What else do we have here? This is just a gun sock. This is something that can protect your rifle or shotgun. It's permeated with some type of, I think, oil or lubricant to try to inhibit rust, protect it from dust and things like that. And I use this specifically for the shotgun because that's the gun that if I needed to evacuate quickly, I would have the shield more than likely on me because it's like unless I'm in the shower, it's on me. But I would also go back and grab that one and throw it in the car. And I would want some type of protection for it to maybe make it a little bit inconspicuous, but also to protect it from getting scratched up or, you know, getting rusty and things like that. So I typically will throw a trigger lock on there like this, and then stuff the whole thing in the sock, and then lock it up in the closet, and so it's good to go. So we've covered holsters, slings, belts, trigger locks, safe. I won't demonstrate, I didn't bring any down here, but you would also want some gun cleaning supplies. So at the bare minimum, I'd say some oil like a CLP and a brush, like a barrel brush to clean it out. And you can also use like some little rags, cut up t-shirts, things like that to help you clean it. But at a minimum, that's what you want to maintain the gun, because maintenance is as important as training. I mean, a gun that doesn't work, a dirty gun, is sometimes like having no gun at all. It may not work at all. It could become dangerous if it's not operating properly. Maintain your guns. Maintain your guns. You're going to need oil for that. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is just a couple of options for to carry them around. Not so much a concern for the handguns, but for rifles and shotguns and whatnot. Let's do it that way. You can get a hard case like this, and this is some kind of plastic. It's got this egg carton cushioning to protect the finish. You can put some locks on here if you want. It's got the openings for that. And so this was the case that I originally purchased when I bought the shotgun. I do not use it anymore. Nowadays, I use this duffel style bag. And I like this a lot. It's dusty and dirty, but I like this a lot. It has these extra pouches attached with molly straps, and it holds 2 rifles or shotguns. It's got a divider here to protect them and have some padding. Got some straps to hold them in place so they don't move around too much. This is just a pouch that I throw the Beretta in. There's nothing really there. It's the purpose is just to give it some cushioning, some protection so it doesn't get scratched up. Also prevent the trigger from, the trigger's covered now, right? So nothing can get in there. So now I put that in here, the Beretta in here, and I can just throw it in the bag. I don't have to worry about it too much. It's in there with the rifle. It has straps so I can carry it a few different ways. I'm able to put locks on the zippers. So that's kind of nice. I can seal this up. This extra pouch here, or opening. So we've got these pouches on the outside, but there's also an opening here. And the Ruger takedown rifle, once you take it down, it fits in here perfectly. So I can actually carry 3 rifles and a couple of handguns in here, along with extra magazines and like cleaning. Actually, I might have cleaning things in here. And that all fits in here quite nicely. You can carry it a few different ways, either as a duffel bag with these straps, or as a backpack, which is a little bit awkward, but you can do it. It's got these backpack straps, and even the chest strap. There's some compression straps as well. And so I'm pretty happy with this. I've had this for close to a year, I would say. And I think Condor makes it. Not 100% sure. That's what I think. And so that works out well for me. And so those are bags that you use to carry to the range or other places, because especially indoor ranges, they typically don't like for you to just walk in with guns open carrying. They typically require you to have it in a bag or a case in some kind of way. At least the indoor ranges that I go to. I've actually never been to an outdoor range, so that may be different. Maybe they don't care. I don't know. I can only speak for what I've experienced. So I think that's it. So you're going to need, what did I say? Definitely a holster. Definitely a belt. If you have a long gun, a sling. Some sort of way to secure your gun when you're not carrying it, and you have different options of doing that. Cleaning supplies. If it's a long gun or a bigger gun, or if you have multiple guns, you're going to need some sort of range bag. And something that's not necessary, but I highly recommend, is dummy bullets. These are just great to practice with. They can be made out of plastic or metal or whatever. These are the A-Zoom. They cost maybe $10 to $20, depending on the caliber, but you can buy a pack of them, and these are just fantastic to practice with. Absolutely fantastic. To build skills and to get comfortable in a safe way. And that's really what it's all about. And even after you're experienced, I still use these in different ways to practice different things, which I can do a video on that later as well. But I highly recommend, if you can get some of these guys, it doesn't have to be this brand, but some sort of dummy practice round. It's money well spent. Money well spent. So I think that's going to wrap this video up. It's a long one. Maybe I'll split it up into parts. I don't know. But I think that covers it all for the beginning, the basic stuff that you're going to need when you buy your gun. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, please like, subscribe, give me some feedback, shoot me your questions that you may have. And now I gotta clean all this up. Put all this stuff away. That's no fun. Boo. Catch you next time. Maybe I'll just go to the range. I don't know. I already got this stuff out. I might as well use it, right? Might as well use it.